everybody, and welcome to part 3 of the MegaBuild tutorial. So last time, in case you skipped the video, we just went over this little planning thing, and now we're going to, in this one, we're going to go over terraforming. So to get started, I just want to start out by saying that I'm not going to go over how to terraform. I'm going to go over how to terraform for a MegaBuild. So basically for like the commands and stuff, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. Really, I'm just going to go over on how to like terraform quickly and how I terraform for big builds. But there will be a whatever you call it, a speed video time lapse after this, or for this. It'll be from my view, unfortunately, because I don't have the plugin to do the second view thing. I can try to do that on the second part, but yeah, most of this will just be me going over how to terraform, how to get started, and then I think the next video is where I'm just going to do a time lapse, and you can actually see the entire thing just come together and everything be smoothed out and all that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to fly over here to get away from that, and let me just set another home so I don't lose my place. Let's do it by this little like two little hut things here. Get rid of these. This one. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is just get a layout of what we want most of it to look like. There appears to be something over there. So let's see if we can actually go the other way. I think this might be something I was working on. Actually, this is not important, but we'll go the other way anyway. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is just get a layout. And I'm going to need my arrows for that. Let's go ahead and move this crap up here. I don't need this stuff. Okay. Arrow. Yeah, so I'm going to be using voxel. If you don't have voxel, you can use world edit. But it's harder in my opinion, and it's a lot more sloppy if you use world edit. But it does work. There are ways, there are plenty of tutorials on how to terraform with world edit and voxel. So that's also why I'm not going to go into too much detail because I know there's plenty of tutorials already teaching that stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and use let's use stone. Get a brush size of 10 should do it for the start because we want this to be pretty big. So yeah, that should do it for now. Okay, so according to this little fun thing over here, I want a middle piece here with that can fit a god tree on it. So let's go ahead and make that, and then we can just kind of work around that size-wise. So actually, let me go a little bit further away from that. We'll use that as like a pillar or something. Okay, /speed 1. Actually, let me make this far forward. That should be good. Okay. So yeah, let me get an outline of what this island should. Little curves going in there. I don't want it to be just like a round island. That'd be boring. I should do it. So yeah, there's the outline for that. And then I probably wanted about. That might be too high. Let's go about maybe that high in the middle, and we just kind of go around that. Okay. So I'm not going to go into too much with that. All right, so there's the island. We're going to, stretch that out and make it look nice later on. But that's just how big I want it to be, so that's good. Let's make a pillar about right here. We can use that as another pillar already. And then, so let me just actually kind of just build this up. It's a pillar. This is also a pillar. So I'm going off of that thing. I actually have a screenshot of it over here that I'm looking at, so I don't have to keep flying back and forth. I'll leave a picture of it in there, and I do have a schematic of it, so you guys can have that and use it and see what I'm seeing in game. So anyway, Then I also wanted a pillar right here. This is going to be the low pillar, so we'll leave this one pretty low. And then we'll build these ones up a little bit higher. So one more, I think, for both of these. Okay, and then this part up here, over on this side, is going to be the bigger part. But glowfishes become visible. So this is like the big pillar. This is the main thing for the whole build right here. Let's tell them recording. Okay, and then there's going to be a huge platform here. So let me just outline that real quick. And for the middle part, I'm actually going to do something special. And basically, I'm going to use that's the technique I used for my exploding planet in Plutouthere. I can leave a link to that too if you guys want to see what I'm talking about. There's a link in the description. So basically, for that floating stuff, that's kind of I'm going to use the technique I used to make that exploding planet for that exploding stuff. So if you're wondering what I used to do that, that's what I'm going to show you. But after I do the layout, obviously, that's because that'll come next. Layout right now is just, you know, laying out. So I want a little bit of an up part here just because it's going to go up and over. It's not going to be 100% split apart. And then, so this is a pretty big sphere. And then there'll be a huge organic up here. So actually, well, after I terraform, I'm going to lay out that stuff. So yeah, that'll be in the second part after I've like done the time lapse and stuff of me terraforming. I'll show you how I lay out the entire build actually. So let's speed myself up here. Keep messing up. Okay. And I'm gonna let's see what's around this island. We have this over here, right? Yeah. So that'll connect up into that. I think I'll probably want another pillar about right here because otherwise it'll look unnatural. This will also be a pretty big pillar. None of these things are actually to size yet. It won't look that awkward, hopefully. So let's make it about even. I think I might want to make this one come a little closer to the island here, and that'll be good. We'll make a pillar. We'll make this pillar look kind of more like a almost connected to the island, like it's been eroded away, kind of thing. I think that might look cool. So there's a pillar there. This pillar here. I want to make it look like a penis. Okay. Day is always fun. Don't want to. I wish I had the plugin to make it always day. That would be sweet. But the owner doesn't like it. Won't put it on here for some reason. So yeah, I'm stuck. All right, let me just make this line to this. That should take a while. Lay out a little more of that. Why is it not working? It's taking so long. Come on, work. I'm probably gonna lag out. Crap. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. We still need to be further. Yeah, it's lagging a lot because it has to do a lot of lighting updates every time I do a move. Or every time I place one of these spheres, it has to do a lighting update, which tends to lag out the server a lot. So yeah, if any of you have worked on a server, you would know what I'm talking about when I say the server lags for large things. All right, let me finish getting this part set up here. As you can see, this is already pretty large build here. This is going to be a platform. Actually, well, the whole thing's going to be a platform, but this is going to be just a tad bit larger than the walkway part. So yeah, this is definitely a mega build. Be much larger than most builds. Hopefully it looks cool too. Well, we'll see though. This is really the telltale sign, this first part here. If I can't make this look good, I can't really, it's not going to look good in the final product. So that's something to go off of. All right, almost there. And sorry. Oh, there you are. And done. All right, sweet. Kind of done. Okay. Now, for that mountain, you know, let's see. It has to go here. I don't know how close I want it to be to this pathway. I think I'm going to stretch out this side of the pathway as wide as I want it to be, and then I'll decide where that mountain's going to go. Because that mountain is going to be made in a different way than I'm making this stuff, because it has to be sand. Well, it doesn't have to be. The top part has to be sand anyway. I think I can lay out the bottom part of the mountain with these spheres. That should work fine, actually. Okay. A little thicker here. Okay. Let's see. That looks pretty thick. I think we can deal with that. That would be pretty huge in real life, if you think about it. Having to walk on this big old huge platform. You're seeing a big old tree over there, and like walking up to a temple over here. Alright, so yeah, that gives me an idea. I think I could make like a cool pathway up right here where the mountain temple will be, and then this really cool looking bridge coming about. So the temple will be about right here. Or not the temple, sorry, the structure, the tower castle place. So that means the mountain has to go about right here. Let's just put a line across. So that's the line of our mountain. Obviously that's just the bottom part. Let's make the, I think I'm not going to do the back side of this mountain. I think I'm just going to do the front side because that makes things a lot easier and go a lot faster. So yeah, that's something you want to take into consideration when making mega builds, is how much you actually want to do. Because I mean, when it comes to something big, especially terraforming, unless you're using World Painter, then by all means just do it. And I'm not going to do that because I don't know how. So yeah, if you're making something huge, just think about how much you actually want to do. Because for this mountain, I don't want to do both sides if no one's going to go over to this side of the mountain and look at it. And really, the idea of the build is that no one should have to, or no one should want to, actually, because all the stuff's happening over here and on this side of the mountain. I mean, the tower's over here, and that's all you really want to look at. Maybe go up into the tower, but you're not going to want to go behind this mountain. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it. And it should look okay anyway. I mean, if you really wanted to go behind it, because I'm doing it with sand, it should look fine. But I'm not going to make it super thick. I'm not going to make the mountain like an actual mountain. Like, I'm not going to make it go way out here. I'm probably just going to go maybe not even this wide. It's probably only going to be about, maybe I'll go that way. We'll see. But yeah, the idea is that I'm not going to use the entire thing. So I think I want to, this is where the bottom of the mountain will be, and then it'll start going up about right here. And then it'll start turning into more like jaggedy from there on. And then, let's see, should I connect it to this? How can I end the mountain on this side? Let's see. So this part's going to be floating. I don't think I want to connect it. I think the mountain's just going to be a thing of its own. Nice land part of its own. We're going to curve it around so that you don't have to see it end. That might work. So we'll curve it around over here. And that way, if you want to look at it, you just see it going off in the distance, and maybe it'll kind of thin out over here like it did on the other side. So it'll go down to a smooth part there, and then it'll start going up again. and then from there it'll start getting jaggedy and even higher. Let's see, where's my Y height? So I'm about 129. I think I don't want to go any higher than I don't remember the height limit. It's 260. So yeah, we don't want to go too high. It's because I want the tower to be a little higher than the mountain. So I think the top of the mountain should be about, let's see. I mean, we want to be in viewing. We want the top of the tower to be in viewing distance of whatever's up here. So let's have. So it's like they wanted to build it up here just so they could see that every day. So the top of the mountain, or the top of the tower, should probably be about here. So let's put a marker there. Let me change the B. Let's choose 4. B4. There we go. That's the marker for the tower. Let's go back to stone and go back to 10. And then the top of the mountain, we'll put about, it should be about, I think the peak part, maybe a peak here and a peak down a little bit lower, only on the other side of this tower, so that it has something to hang on to. So yeah, the tower, now the building can go across and kind of hang on to the mountain, those 2 peaks. And obviously the peak's not, or the tower part isn't going to be this big. It's not going to be close to that. But yeah. Something else you want to take into consideration when building mega builds is if you want them to be adventured or not. If you just want people to look at them, then don't make them an adventure map, obviously. But the difference is, if you make an adventure map, you have to go into a lot more detail, and it takes a lot more time. Because basically, every part of the map you build, you have to make it so people can get to it. If you make it just fly around, be happy with what's there, just look at it map, then you don't have to do that. You don't have to make parts like actually make sense. You just kind of have to make it look cool. Versus making everything look cool and make sense if it's an adventure map. That's why adventures maps don't come out as often as mega builds do. Just for the simple reason of it being a whole lot harder to make. So yeah, I'm not going to drag this on too long. You guys can see what I'm doing here. The next part of terraforming, I'm going to go over I'm just going to make the time lapse in the beginning of that video of me actually terraforming it. And then, so you guys can see that. If you guys have any questions or any concerns that I didn't go over in this video, just put it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do to answer it in the next video. Also, where was I going with that? I don't know. So yeah, if you have any questions, just comment, put it in the comments, and I'll see if I can go over it in the next video. If you have any concerns or whatever, if you have any other ideas that I can do with this, because I mean, this is just the beginning, and I don't want to make the next video until I have more ideas. If you guys have anything that you might be cool that I might want to do, definitely put it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. And that kind of goes for the rest of this this series. I mean, if you guys think I could do anything cooler or better, just put it in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, the next video. Oh yeah, the next video, I'm gonna do the time lapse, and then I'm gonna stop the time lapse when I get to this part, which is the last part I'll do, and I'll show you the technique I used to make the arch part with the pieces breaking apart. And after that, we'll go over just kind of what I did really quickly, and we'll stop the video there. So yeah, that kind of concludes this video. There's really not too much to this. It's just laying it out. So yeah, if you guys like this, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. See ya.